Hello, my name is Harper, and I'm very late for this video. It is August 15th, and on August 4th, I had my 1 year on T anniversary, I guess, so yay me. I wanted to do a kind of comparison video, I guess, to my first year. I've already posted like a pure voice comparison on my channel, like just a very quick clip that I posted on Instagram as well. But yeah, I kind of wanted to go over, I guess, kind of recap some changes. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'm going to try to remember ones that I don't think I really went over in my, month-to-month videos very much. And I'm also going to sing at the end, because I haven't sung a lot in my last few videos, and that was something that I wanted to document. I unfortunately didn't do some kind of like body comparison before I started T. I didn't think about it, but if I get this right, here are some pictures or clips of what my body currently looks like at 1 year on T. Yeah, it's changed a lot over the course of the year, but I also expect it to change more in the years to come, as a lot more slow, but it'll change nonetheless, and it'll be interesting to look back on. Okay, so let's get into the kind of recap of my changes on testosterone. So kind of obvious ones that I have definitely talked about in my year, my month-to-month updates have been my voice, body hair growth, like I have, a gross pube stash, and I have a lot more leg hair, and a lot more body hair. I have like a happy trail now, it's like, it's not too much. I also get like random like chin hairs, a lot of like wispy kind of gray neck hairs, which I'm not totally sure about. Other changes in my hair have been, I definitely have had a receding hair. I almost didn't notice because I had a widow's peak beforehand. I've also been told that my eyebrows have thickened out, so that's kind of interesting. In kind of relation to the voice drop, obviously my voice is going to change, and I'm still kind of going through puberty, but my range is very, very restricted, and I've talked about this before, and I thought it would go away, it would kind of get bigger, but it kind of hasn't, unfortunately. I have about an octave, comfortably, and then I have about half an octave that is doable, not comfortable, and then up around a D, like the D above middle C. That is where I guess my like second passage is, or starts, and I hit a wall. I don't know how to go through it. It just comes out like, or like, another one is just kind of fat redistribution. I didn't measure it before I went on T, and the only time I've ever gotten a proper like chest bra measuring was when I was 15, and at that point I was a 32B or like a 36B. I don't really understand. So that's kind of approximately what my chest size was then, and I have no idea what it is now, but I definitely know that it has shrunk, like a lot. I also gained weight on T. I think that was a combination of, the raging testosterone hormones and also just I wasn't taking care of myself, but fat redistribution has made a lot more of that go to my stomach, where it would have gone to my hips before. Another one is that my skin has gotten really oily. Like I have combination skin beforehand, and I would get really, really dry on my cheeks. I get really, really dry here, and everywhere else, like literal T-zone, was very oily. Now it's even more oily. My whole body's more oily. And now these parts are also, they're not oily, but they respond well to like moisturizing, which they didn't before, so that's kind of a plus. But it also means that I break out more, which sucks. But it's only like in my T-zone, with the occasional like this like scarring here that was from like a rogue pimple. In addition, I have a lot of acne. I have a bit of chest acne, like especially right here, but yeah, it's really, like along the sides here, like on, I guess where I sleep, it's not great. Obviously, bottom growth happened, and I've talked about that a few times. Also, the whole libido thing. Obviously, I think this is because of fat redistribution, but I also think that, like, your bones do change. Like, your facial structure does change. Like, I have a bit more of a jawline. On testosterone, I think this is a thing. I don't know the science behind it, but when people first go on testosterone, their faces, like, they puff up and you get that, like, chubby early tea face, and then when it goes away, you're left with like jawline and cheekbones. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, my face has definitely squared out a lot more. Like, it was a very, very round, and now I have more of like this, like, rather than like Editing Harper here. I wanted to talk about my menstrual cycle, because I didn't talk about it a lot, but it disappeared around 6 months on T, and then I missed a shot, and it came back, and then it took another 2 months, so around like 10 months on T for it to go away again. Yeah, so I haven't had it, yeah, about 10 months on T, so about almost 2 months. So, yeah, just wanted to add that. In terms of, like, emotional changes and how it's kind of affected my mental health and my life and my outlook on life, I guess, I think the biggest thing is that I have a lot less, like, dysphoria. I didn't have a high voice for, like, a girl, but, like, it was definitely noticeably higher than, like, you know, like, cis guys or whatever. And it made me very, very self-conscious. I would not want to speak, like, ever, like, except if I was with friends. And so I feel like I've gotten a lot more, you know, like, self-confident. I speak out more. I talk a lot more, I think. This is not like I got more dysphoric about my chest, but it's more like because of the reduced dysphoria of, like, my face, my appearance, my voice, my chest dysphoria is a lot more noticeable. And so even though it's gotten smaller, and I'm very grateful that it's gotten smaller, I do notice it a lot more, and it bugs the living crap out of me. Also, as a result of, like, less, like, physical dysphoria, I also, and just, like, how people have been gendering me correctly, and I pass more, and it's done wonders for my, you know, my social dysphoria, which basically is just, like, dysphoria about how people see you, talk to you, and treat you, and, like, view you. So, because I'm obviously being viewed as male more, it's my social dysphoria is, like, way, way, way less. Do you know what I mean? I've talked about this before, but I think I'm less patient. I'm also less anxious, also, which has been a big, big plus. Like, I was diagnosed with a anxiety disorder. It's probably general anxiety disorder, but my doctor never really told me. She was like, yep, you have an anxiety disorder. I was like, sweet. But yeah, I've been a lot less anxious in social situations. I've also been putting myself out there more, which is also a kind of a sign of that. But I've been forcing myself to do things like talk to cashiers, you know, engage in small talk, like look people in the eyes when they talk, and just kind of reach out to people more. And I've been forcing myself to do that, and it's kind of been like exposure therapy. In general, I'm a lot more stable and confident, and and happy. It's been great. This year has been really good for me. I've been experiencing so many new things. You know, I'm on testosterone for the first time, you know, this year, and I moved into a new apartment with my partner, and I'm paying rent and getting jobs and doing school and buying groceries and, like, all that good stuff. And it's been a really eventful year. So, okay, this is kind of exciting. So this is a kind of announcement, or kind of I guess it's less than an announcement, but an update. Okay, this is an update. So back in March, you know, I got my assessment done, my top surgery readiness assessment, and I passed. And then the doctor was like, okay, I'm gonna send this to your doctor. And when I went to my doctor's appointment, she was like, oh, did you pass your assessment? And I haven't gotten anything from the doctor. And I was like, what? So, yeah, so she said she'd get on it, and I told her I passed, so it should be in the system. So in May, I went into the system, but I wasn't sure. So I emailed Transcare BC, and they were like, yeah, you're in the system, and you should expect a call in the next few months, you know, to ask who you want your surgeon to be and arrange all that stuff. And I was like, cool, that's really, really exciting, right? And then this morning, I woke up to an email from Transcare BC, and they were like, oh, this is just kind of like a bit of an update or reply to your inquiry earlier. And I was like, oh, cool, you know. And she was like, yeah, so you should be expecting a call from Transcare BC in a few days to ask about, you know, pick your surgeon and, you know, get in contact with them. And I was like, okay, so yeah, so I am due to be picking my surgeon anytime soon. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I do know who I want to go with. I think I want to go with Dr. Taylor. Yeah, so that's my cool update. Okay, I'm going to sing. I'm going to be singing Distant Shore from Steven Universe, so if you have not caught up to the most recent stuff, do not listen to this part. Just skip to the end. It all became so lovely, those bluest skies above me, those funny feelings I had never felt before I met you. I thought I'd stay a while, I tried to learn to smile, so many colors I had never even known. Maybe I'll find myself sitting on that distant shore. Maybe I'm not alone. Then I see the colors fading, gentleness of light escaping, shadows of my fear invading. Have I seen this all before? I know that there's something residing, a terror deep inside me. I never understood how you could be so bold. Maybe I'll find myself smiling on that distant shore. Maybe I'm not alone. I'm still kind of getting used to the range, and I'm very restricted, and as I said before, just like, the range is interesting and I have to work on it. But yeah, guess it's the end of the video. I hope it's not too long, but yeah, this is my very, very belated 1 year on testosterone video. My name is Harper. I'm a trans guy, and I'm gonna be going. See ya.